So Keith Lee and his wife attended the BET Awards, and there was a little mix-up where Taraji was supposed to be doing a segment with, I guess, content creators, and she mistook Jordan for Keith Lee. And Keith Lee did a video as he was given a rose. And he apparently threw that rose down. Well, he just dropped it. He's getting a lot of criticism for that. Now, I'll let him tell you why he did it and why he also deleted the video of him tossing the rose. And then I'll come back and give you guys my perspective.
Last night was the BT Awards, and right now, it's something on my mind. Let's talk about it. First and foremost, I want to start by saying I am not upset at Taraji P. Henson by any stretch of the imagination. And not only that, in my opinion, she smoked it last night. I don't think for one second Taraji had any ill will or any ill intentions behind the situation. The situation happened the way it did. It is what it is. I made a video last night where I had the rose that was given to me in my hand and I let it fall on the floor. The reason I did this had nothing to do with Taraji P. Henson. The reason I dropped it on the floor is that I wholeheartedly believe that wasn't my rose. That wasn't my rose. That wasn't my moment. It was given to me, but it wasn't mine. And I always say, I don't want nothing that ain't mine. I want what's meant for me, nothing less, nothing more. The entire segment on the production side felt extremely rushed. Not only did it feel rushed, it did not feel intentional. It did not feel purposeful. I'm forever thankful for every room that I'm in. I was more than thankful and more than grateful to just sit there and enjoy the show. Me and my wife, we looked amazing. We felt amazing. We was enjoying the show. I've always spoke about my social anxiety. And for me, just to get out and be in that moment was more than enough for me. So to take me and my wife out of our seats, put us in different seats, give Taraji no direction to who we are or what we do, felt extremely unprepared and unprofessional to me. I'm personally a fan of Taraji. I've been for years and I always will be. I love to see her get the recognition that she deserved in that moment and had a platform and a stage that she's always deserved. For this situation to take away from her moment and our moment was unfair to both of us. And another example of this is a picture of my wife has been going around, and it was a small part caught from an entire moment to make it seem like she had an attitude with Taraji. My wife and myself understand the flirting that Taraji was doing was fully improv and fully joke. It was a hard situation for all of us to be in. We fully understand she made it up on the fly. I was there to just enjoy the show. I was invited. No situations and in life in general. I never longed for the spotlight. If I wanted the spotlight, I would have accepted a quarter of the opportunities that's been presented to us. But none of those opportunities were for me or my family. If you understand that, you understand it. If you don't, I'm okay with that. I'm always going to be myself. I've always been myself. Nothing about this journey, about this ride, about where we at or where we going to be is going to change me. Never have and never will. Never once was I upset that Taraji didn't know who I was. Everything that's for me will be for me. Everything that's for my family will be for my family. Everything that's for you will be for you. When it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to be, with no confusion. I said that last night and that was still misconstrued, and I stand on it 1,000%. Whatever room I'm supposed to be in, whoever's supposed to know me, whenever they're supposed to know me, it will happen how it's supposed to happen. Last night, while I appreciate the opportunity, it wasn't my moment. And that's okay. I'm cool with that. And for every single person that's been on this journey with me and that's still on this journey with me, I'm forever grateful. I appreciate y'all. I can't say it enough. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe. We all humans. We all make mistakes. It is what it is. I just wish they would have set both of us up for most success in that situation. That's it. God bless you.
So let me thank you all for liking the video, sharing the video, and making sure you subscribe. If you haven't already subscribed, and making sure your notifications are on. Now, you've all heard what he said. I don't have to repeat any of that. Keith Lee is being highly disrespected on the internet. Now, I don't have really anything to say about Taraji. I mean, of course, we love her body of work. All that other stuff about her crying, not getting paid. I already did videos on that. You can go back and watch it. You know, there's a lot that I could say, but no, I'm sticking to this. Now, apparently, she really didn't know who he was. She may or may not have known who Jordan was. I don't know. But it seems like they do some things where they have a teleprompter and some seating arrangements, and that helps her understand what her script is supposed to be. And as he said, their seats were switched. So we can all see how that causes confusion. What's ridiculous to me is the fact that people are going ham on this guy on behalf of Taraji when they don't even know her. Okay, they just know of her as an actress. It's really weird. Keith Lee has done some amazing work. I've been following him for a long time, and he does really seem like a great person who I can respect and admire, because not only does he respect and admire his wife and family, he also has morals and values that he so far has stuck to greatly. And it doesn't seem like there's going to be much change in that. Now, it could be very difficult being in the public eye and being somewhat of a critic himself, which in a way I don't see him as a critic, because he just gives his opinion and he doesn't, you know, he also encourages people to, try it for yourself. Maybe he's not the target audience. He tries not to hurt more than he tries to help. But it seems like as soon as this guy does something that is not of your liking, you attack. But that's what the internet does. But again, what's super corny to me is people attacking him on the behalf of an actress. An actress. When in all reality, Keith Lee would do you less harm, in my opinion, than Taraji would. But that's a whole nother subject for another video. Now, do I think that this mistake was as simple as it seems? No, I do not. First of all, I don't understand how Taraji can approach Jordan and mention Method Man, because we all know that Jordan Peterson, who I also follow, enjoy his content, has done content with Method Man because people say they look alike. I don't see it, but that's what they say. Makes for good content, I guess. But how could she mention Method Man and then go to Keith Lee? And then what is this 10.9 out of 10? When does he ever say that? Or does he say that? Because I don't recall it being that, but whatever. Like I said, how can you go from Method Man to Keith Lee with the same person? Was that in a teleprompter? Or was she improvising and misread the teleprompter or got it wrong somehow? Because a lot of you are saying, oh, she was drunk. First of all, when do we excuse grown people being drunk in public, especially when you're doing a job or having a nationwide TV performance? Okay, that's odd. But either way, I still don't think it was as innocent as a lot of people are trying to make it seem. And I understand him dropping the roles, but I'm going to get to that in a second. Now, am I saying it was all her? Yes and no. Here's the thing. Taraji is an actress, okay? She is a employee of the agenda. Okay, so it is her job to do whatever they require of her to keep you where they want you, convince you of what they want to convince you of. All right. So her mentioning something about Agenda 2025 seems to be getting a lot of play on TikTok. Now, when I Googled it, I didn't see anything. However, there was a creator who did a video and he said it was the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, the EPA, the Environmental Protection. And then he said, what was the third one? I can't even remember, but I did a TikTok about it. Now, these three corporations or entities do not, by any stretch of the imagination, have your best interest at heart. Now, what this creator explained is that Agenda 2025 or whatever that is supposed to be about the Republicans trying to gain office so that they can get rid of these three entities. Now, I've Not heard anything about that. And again, couldn't find anything about this 2025 agenda, what have you, which it's either fabricated or it's just BS in my opinion, because again, these three corporations ain't never did nothing good for you. If anything, you need to do your research because they are not for you. Any type of government entity or none of those take care of you and do right by you. That is just absolutely asinine for you to even think so. Secondly, here we go again with the we don't want Trump, we don't want Republican, we want Biden. Now, I'm not saying I'm for any particular party because we know there are two sides of the same coin. But at the end of the day, what I know that I don't desire and what I am against is Biden. Oh, and Democrats. Now that I'm sure of. And I'm going to tell you this. When I listen to what Trump has to say and I listen to what Biden has to say, then to me it's clear. Okay, it's very clear. Now I know that what's the guy? They were Cornel West. He's supposed to be trying to get on the ballot. They had a signing. They were canvassing here in Atlanta. I don't know enough about him or what have you, or what he's claiming to try to do, but we know at the end of the day, regardless of who is in office, the agenda is the agenda. But what I can say is this whole thing about trying to get blacks to vote for Biden, which I feel like the whole Keith Lee thing was just to get to that. I absolutely do not think that he is involved, but I do think that this mix-up situation was created on purpose just so that you can start talking about it, talking about Taraji, and talking about her mentioning this 2025 thingy, and which leads back to vote for Biden. First of all, the competence level of the dude, period. Why would you even want to have this person represent you? And then to see how this administration has carried about the entire time, why would you revote for that? And have you listened to anything? Have you watched any videos Trump has put out concerning the state of the economy and the concerns he has, and this them taking him to court? And he did an interview with Logan Paul. I believe that's the one that's supposed to fight Tyson. And that was a really good interview. You guys should listen to the guy. He makes way more sense than Biden, and he has extreme concerns that we should be concerned about. Because at the end of the day, nobody's exempt from being in danger, in my opinion. However, this guy has enough money and enough pull to where he'd be a lot more secure than we are. And yet he is still fighting for us when he can go sit down somewhere. But they are trying to trick y'all into voting for the current administration or even Democrats. I think it's time for Democrats to go sit down somewhere. I really do. And it's definitely time for Biden to retire. He does not even qualify to be somebody's president. He is an embarrassment. And, I can't see any other country respecting us at all. And the stuff that Trump is saying about him, having more rapport and respect amongst other leaders is absolutely true. I mean, the facts speak for itself. But I remember when Trump was first getting in office and he was talking about this wall he wanted to build, and it was such a big deal. And then Biden got in, and 1 minute he's going to complete the wall, and the next minute the wall is coming down. And look at what we have. Free entry. Yeah. See, y'all want to make jokes and talk junk about, he's talking about black jobs. What are black jobs? Like y'all don't understand the point. Y'all don't understand what the man was trying to say. You just I get it. You have fun and everything is comical and all that kind of stuff. But actually everything isn't. Because at the end of the day, y'all doing more satire about these so-called black jobs than you are about the fact that Biden is non-functioning and this is your president, or the state of the economy, or the trouble that you actually are in. Very interesting. Very interesting. But leave your comments below.